we let it go and didn't respect it. I'll tell you what, Toronto made every play they needed to make down the stretch. And a couple of those side out of bounds, those are on me. I got diagrammed something where we can get into better spots. We're not leaving guys hanging. We've actually run a lot of that stuff and never had problems getting it in. I think that's a big credit to Toronto. Like I said, they made big-time plays going down the stretch, and Kyle Lowry's three. As soon as it left his hand, I think everybody in the building kind of had an idea that would go. But from that point on, I was extremely proud of the group in the huddle. To get knocked down on the canvas like that, the air punctured out of your body, to show the mental resolve to come back, take control of overtime. That's a great mental toughness that I think we showed from there. Look, we weren't necessarily thrilled about the way it went, those last minute and a half, 2 minutes of regulation, but we have to go through all of this together. We have a lot of new players, and all of these moments we're really growing from, and it really happens when you get tested and challenged and tons of adversity. But it was good to see us overcome it.
Erik, how banged up was Wade at the end of the fourth quarter, and did you see any effect of that on him in overtime?
No, except for maybe on that last dunk. But I think that was more fatigue. Look, he willed a bunch of plays down the stretch on both ends. The steal, hit the first one to the floor on the loose ball on that last play. We were running most of the offense the last 2.5 minutes of overtime through him. Early on, it was Joe. So he just, that's the mental toughness that he always shows in these moments, that, okay, forget what happened. We are in a great spot. We're in a great place to be on the road with a chance to win. Let's get the job done. And that's what leaders, great leaders do for your basketball team.
With Dragic, has there been some change in his demeanor over the last 3 games?
I think he's just been working through the competition. Working through it, and that's the playoffs. Some nights it's going to be your opportunity. Some nights somebody gets you. It's good players. This is a darn. And we are at our best when he's aggressive and making plays for us. But the other team has something to say about that too. Some nights it's not always going to happen. But what I love about Goran is he always is focused on doing his job. Competing as hard as he can, regardless of circumstance. He doesn't get caught up in the wild ups and downs that inevitably happen in the playoffs.
Erik, this is now back-to-back road playoff victories for you guys. Are you seeing the resolve and the growth in this team in terms of blocking out where you guys are playing and just focus on the task?
Well, the overtime was probably the most mental toughness I think we've shown. To be able to come back from that. The natural human condition, obviously, for Lowry to hit that bomb, you have to collect yourself. I would think some of what we went through last series has helped us with that. All of this is new for this team, so we're going through all of it, growing, competing, and dealing with all of that. I think it does, but sometimes things don't necessarily translate from one game to the next.
Coach, did you know right away, looking at your players after the Lowry basket, that they had that mental resolve and toughness to stick with it?
Well, you never know. You can't just get to this point and have not developed some mental toughness. I believe even the last time we played here in the regular season, we showed some toughness. With Dwayne out on a back-to-back, we had a lot of guys banged up, but guys were playing hurt. And we dropped the game, but it was a step in the right direction in terms of guys really trying to develop some grit. There's some tough competitive guys in that locker room, just as they do. But every moment that we have an opportunity to go through this in the playoffs, all of it, we need it.